Good day guys, coming here. Welcome back to Langrisser and so right on this part of video will be featuring the exclusive items for the month of April to May and also some skin which happen to appear well when I do this video. So right, here we go. Let's get started. So right, coming to this month on the CN server 2023 April to May will be both Rostam and the Girls in the Shell, aka Lucretia 2.0. So we'll be talking about the first item, and both items are helmet as usual plan, the humanity whiteout plan in other animations. In Langrisser we have the 10-year headdress, wipeout and in elimination plan moving on. So yep, and also 10-year head, the Tear Fury helmet. So right, coming to the first is Rostam or Lostam. So right, his effect as follow: increase health and defense. So by plus 1%, so max is gonna be at 5% each. And the effect is to trigger the passive effect of your 3C. So when you trigger the passive effect of your 3C, the one that when you're at defensive terrain, you increase your crit damage and increase your counter range by plus 1. At the same time, you obtain increased crit rate up by 10% for a turn. And when you are at desert locations or terrain, you will be able to trigger your 3C passive effect of increasing your counter range by plus 1 and increasing crit rate or damage. Sorry about it, I do not have Rostam now in my server, but yeah. So if you know about Rostam and you know about his 3C passive effect, so basically from the effect here, I gotta say it's not so good. 50% of it is not so good. The first half of the part about triggering a passive and increase your crit rate by another 10% is definitely not bad, though it lasts for a turn. However, the second part is that only when you're at desert you will trigger this effect. At the same time, this is like though to me I gotta say it's slightly nonsense, because currently at PvE matches, desert terrain thus far has appeared the most. It's only in the third continent at Gay Pies and at the second country map, which is the one that the For Heavenly King, the second place, which is from Rostam. Only that place is full of deserts. And okay, at the Langrisser second continent at Gallus, only when you're at the fighting at the Empire from Rose and Sails, where some of the plays are at desert. Other than that, I don't see you having great chance like able to trigger happy for this effect, because currently in PvP matches, yep, sad to say I don't remember we have any desert map, like at least not one desert map that is helpful to Rostam. So it's kind of like more to PvE if you want to abuse this effect, and only at desert terrain. So it's kind of like a situation item, I gotta say. So maybe not my top choice. However, moving up next, okay, I think this just a short introduction. So this item is known as the Hot Sand Lava Storm. So yep, this is kind of like the rough translations they did. And for the second, it's for Girls in the Shell. I think you can just call it core chip or core downloading chip. Yep, so it's a great, definitely a great upgrade for her, and definitely 100% support you guys to spend your controller points to exchange for this, because you will be happy to find out how they have fixed the problem and patched things up for Ghost in the Shell. So Ghost in the Shell is released in the banner together with Zerida 2.0, where right after the banner is released, Zerida is heavily being used in PvE and PvP, while Ghost in the Shell is only either you're gonna put her in a shelf or she's just purely for PvE matches, because her upgrading skills given by her 3C effect or talent is very slow. It takes 2 to 3 turns. They definitely take 3 turns onward, because at turn 2 then you will be able to upgrade the range effects from the skills given, which is very slow. And not only that, in exchange for longer skill range, you have damage reduction of 10%. So it's definitely not that lovable by fans. However, okay, these new items, original download core or download chip, solve a lot of issue, or kind of upgraded her. So again, its helmet, it increased HP by 2% at default, so the max is going to be 10%. Okay, the effect are as follow. When you end your turn, if you have not done or deal any damage this turn, you will obtain strong buff learning. Yep, I think I shall go as or strong evolution learning. Okay, the effect as follow: increase your intelligence by plus 5%. At the same time, increase your unit's range by plus 1. This effect cannot be dispelled and will be removed after you deal damage once. So there are pros and cons. The cons is that to trigger this effect, you are not allowed to deal damage this turn, and it will be removed once you deal damage to enemy once. However, the pros are more than the cons. So first off, at the start, where you can already at PvP, at the start you can already start moving or pushing Ghost in the Shell forward in the map and turn, while at the same time, without waiting for turn 2 to do the upgrading for her to increase her skill range, you already had gained. Not only you gain an additional plus 1 range, you gain a plus 5% to your intelligence. So having plus 5 intelligence at the same time give you additional damage. So okay, why is that not? You gain 2 effect just by doing nothing, and or when you have no more skills to spare, you can just end your turn and buy yourself an additional turn to gain additional higher damage and higher range. Then so you can do this. So this is definitely greater. She is definitely make her more substantial and usable in PvP. You do not need for the second upgrade to happen or trigger to experience longer range and higher damage. So this is definitely a plus for Ghost in the Shell. Then of course, this is more applicable towards PvP, and PvE wise, you may or you may not need to exchange for this item. I mean, PvE matches wise or even challenge stage wise, you can usually you have enough time to do all this upgrade for her. So while you choose to attack at the same time, so this is more applicable to PvP, but nonetheless it's a very great upgrade and deal for her. So yep, what did you guys think? What did you guys think? You can leave it down in the comment sections below to approve or disapprove my suggestion. So alright, we have come to the end for the item release for the heroes in April to May. See you guys on the next part of the video. This is Kami signing off, and goodbye. Not just kidding, I almost forget. Oh gosh, I'm gonna forget. So here to introduce to you guys the skin. So apparently we have already missed one skin that don't worry, I'll be posting this promotion video, yes, because it's for a very great sexy skin for one of my favorite heroine, our DOS sexy teachers, Hilda. Yep, has received a teacher skin for well, the school anniversary events for Langrisser, and for this month we have this special skin for Brenda 2.0 for her young and mischievous look. I'm not sure what's the theme they call, so we do not have the name right now. So okay, the great thing about this Gamble skin is that it has different effects, so you can see how she looks like when she's a gladiator and how she looks like when she's riding on dragon. Instead of dragon, she's riding a hoverboard. I guess it's a shout out or call out to the movie Back to the Future, where our heroine Martin is riding on a hoverboard, and this time around we are switching this role from a guy to a girl. And yep, it's very nice for Brenda. Let's check out the animations. Also definitely looking very cool, man. She's doing that 360 turn and shooting out the hoverboard to attack the enemy. Yep. How's that for a change for a dragon instead? So that's pretty cool. Then for a gladiator or battle god, okay, she kind of she's using the bass spray against the enemy. This is like very cool. Yep, this is a very nice skin for her. So we can just, well, forget about the name, how is it called right now, but oh, okay, there is so you can call it as a tight wave spraying shadow skin. Yep. So because well, why not? Her Lancer class is using a spray to use as attack against enemy, while her hoverboard is being used as attack animations. That's cool. And if you do not like this skin, you can exchange for other characters for this banner. So right, last but not least, I guess we will be having Deck of Light skin. So just quick look. So you have the skin for Neem, you have the skin for Tatalia, the dragon skins. Okay, which we again suggested to get, there's difference. Okay, even for Neem is the same, there are changes despite same class, Seaman class. So one is more like a spellcaster and one is with a battle axe. So Tatalia, assassin, she's using a claw, and fighter, demon class, she's using a sword. So yeah. Then you can get to choose King Leo bags, Grand Shoe Echo Light skin, Ashimary or Licorice skin. So right, we have finally come to the end, and subscribe and like if possible. Thank you guys for viewing this video. See you guys and goodbye.